Ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube land, today's project, we're going to make a list. We're going to make a list of everything this old rig needs to have a chance of firing to life. So to give you some context and some background on this old truck, when I was in 8th grade, I was probably 13, 14 years old. I saved up all my birthday money and all my Christmas money and every bit of other spare change I had. I'd come to my grandparents' house on the weekend and I'd buy parts at AutoZone to try to get this truck dialed to life. At that point in time, my grandfather had stopped driving it because it had a hole in the fuel tank and he didn't fix it. He wasn't in great shape and he couldn't get up in it, and it's got a 4-speed, so he couldn't drive it very well. The old truck had been parked for, at this point in time, probably 5-6 years, maybe a little bit longer, I'm not sure. But right here are some pictures and clips from 8th grade me.
Well, I'm here today with the Beast, aka mine again, and it's running today. I finally got the Beast running, and I drove it at big bad flat tire. That one's up, but I'm really happy. I've been trying. I'm painting those things, so that's why they're up. Really bad flat tire, and it came out from back there, and I'm just happy because I've been trying for a really long time to get it running. Dumped a lot of money in it. And it runs, but it's gonna get hot, so I gotta turn it off. And it runs, so yeah. But I'm happy because I've been trying to get it like that for a long time, and it seems to be how I wanted it. Big, bad, and mean sounding. So yeah, that's good.
Do something really stupid here. Watch this. So a funny thing about the YouTube that I had in 8th grade before I deleted it, it had more subscribers than this one does currently. That YouTube got up to nearly 1,000 subscribers when I deleted it. And I deleted it because some kids at school made fun of my lisp and the way that I talked. Which you've seen in the video, I was a kid. The last time this truck ran was early 2013. I came over to my grandparents for the weekend. I would drive it around. They lived back in the middle of nowhere, so it wasn't a big deal. But I fired the truck up. The accelerator pump leaked. I was a kid. It backfired, caught that fuel on fire, caught the breather on fire, burned a couple of plug wires. I got it put out. I never really messed with this truck again because at that point in time, I was getting close to having a real car and my driver's license, and the dreams of driving this truck kind of fleeted because this old truck's rough. It's rusty. It was a rough truck even for the time, but it was a truck that nobody cared if I messed with it and drove it around over here. But with that being said, the truck hasn't ran since 2013. My grandfather took a bunch of parts off of it at one point. It's missing a carburetor. Someone stole the radiator. It's missing an ignition control module. So I came over today to make a list. We're about to get hit with a snowstorm. A cold front's coming through. It's about to get really cold. The high for tomorrow is 20 degrees. So this will get done when it gets done, but I did want to make a list. I've got a bunch of the parts. Without further ado, let's dig in. Where to start? Well, I did try once to get the truck running after it had been on fire. I changed out a couple plug wires, but I don't think that I had the firing order correct. So we need a carburetor, an ignition coil, ignition control module, need a battery, need a confirmed firing order. Papaw took the carburetor, the coil. Someone stole the radiator, which at least they were nice enough to take the hoses, I suppose. A bunch of the wires, the yellow ones were what I had on it. They're ugly. I don't know why I ever done that. All I'm aiming to do is just hear the truck run. My plans, I'm going to end up stealing this front axle for my OBS, my brick nose truck, because I'm tired of the TTBs. They make a kit to put these in those trucks. I figured it'd be fun to see if it would run. So as you see, this truck's got flats on all four corners. Don't mind all the mess. This is a lot we keep all of our surplus inventory in. Keep in mind I was a kid as well. There you see, it's a 4-speed, 4-wheel drive 150 truck. I can't say that I've ever seen that. The faces have melted. Can't tell the odometer. I know that it didn't get that hot. It was just a small fire. The old truck has gone downhill a lot since I was messing with it. It sat up here and just rotted away. I do think that I will try to get all the tires pumped up and get the one real bad flat changed. I was fully convinced that 13, 14-year-old me could fix this truck and drive it. But then I got a little 93 Mustang and this thing was completely forgotten. We're going to reach down here and see if we can't give this crank a turn. Do you guys like the Will It Run style videos? Because I've got 1, 2, 3, at least 3 more that I could do, just some stuff that I have up here. I had it painted up at one point in time before the fire, and it was real pretty like. Up in smoke. Here we are the next day. Got some snow. It's 24 degrees right now. But a carburetor, 2 ignition control modules, a coil. I don't have high hopes of this working, but we're going to give her a go. Like I said, this carburetor is about hot junk. Accelerator pump leaks. Guess I didn't learn my lesson the first time. If this does somehow manage to start, it's going to run like garbage because it burned all the vacuum lines. It may fire, but it'll run like crap. We're going to give her a little shot of liquid motivation. The firing order wasn't right. It was one off. The Cleveland firing order. So what we done, we funneled some fuel down the fuel line, going to the fuel pump. So hopefully it'll get that diaphragm pumping. Let's see what we got. To put some more down the carburetor as well. That carburetor, it's only got 2 nuts holding it down, so that's probably a big factor that isn't helping anything. And the fact that there's 3 vacuum lines just I'm not doing anything. I'm giving up for the day. I'm cold. My hands are cold. This is a warm day truck activity. I'm gonna give her one more shot. I filled it up. Well, dumped some down the carburetor anyway. We'll let her run one more time. We're gonna pack up and get out of here. That's good enough for me. I'm cold. Remember, just because you get beat doesn't mean you're defeated. It's just cold. My hands are steaming where the snow's on me. I don't know if you can see that. I'm cold. I'm getting out of here. It ran. It fired. Good enough for me. Hey guys, I was going to come wrap this video up. As you've seen, the truck fired. It didn't really run. The manifold only had 2 studs on the same side to hold the carburetor down. So if you watch that last clip, when it backfired, you can actually see the whole carburetor pivot. So I've got a couple things ordered in. I've got a stud kit coming. I've got a carburetor rebuild kit coming. I'll take an electric fuel pump. We'll get a fuel system rigged up. I have no doubt the old truck's gonna run. I mean, you heard it. It fired. It was just running off of what was down in the intake. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe if you want to. You've been watching Bump Stop Garage.